Hey, you know who it is, man. It's your boy, Shooter the Investor, and I'm checking in for the gang. And you already know I got a hot one for y'all today. This is no intro. We gonna jump straight into it because I don't want to hold y'all this weekend. You feel me? Because I know it's a lot of NFL football going on, the wild card kicking off. I got it playing in the background right now, but focus on me and what I got to tell y'all. Let's get into it. Crypto. We know the last week and a half, crypto's been going crazy, right? We see it. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all looking at the charts. You looking at crypto bubbles. You're looking at coin market cap. You hearing the people starting to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, the big dogs. Bitcoin broke over 20,000 this week. Ethereum reached up to 14,000 a coin this week. Was that the bottom? Are we at the bottom? Now, if you watch my previous video, I gave you my opinion on what's going on, right? Now, I could be wrong. I'm not an oracle. I don't have a magic crystal ball or anything like that. I'm here for the rally. I'm ready for the bear market. Excuse me, the bull market. But if we happen to continue this, if this is a recovery and we start selling off, I'm cool with that too, because there's some crypto bags I still need to accumulate. You dig what I'm saying? I still got to fill up some bags, baby, because, hey, bear markets don't last forever, man. We already know bear markets usually about 295 days. Now, granted, we've been eclipsed that number already, right? This has definitely been a long bear market. One of my point is that bull markets last longer than bear markets. So the more that this crypto or stocks or whatever you're buying are distressed, I'm here for it because I want to throw a little bit more money here, 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 and here. And I'm going to talk about where I'm planning on throwing some money at. But not right now because we don't buy green candles. Because hey, what I tell you, you buy green candles, you get red dildos, man. So you should not be buying crypto right now. FOMO and buying in like your other friends and whatnot. Though, you know, the ones you've been telling to buy it back, you know, back in January of 2022. Yeah, digress. Anyways, let's look at the market, man. We already hear the news. We know what's going on. The big news is Bitcoin broke 20,000. Ethereum broke over 14. Look at it. We on coin market cap. If you're not familiar with this, you're new to crypto, bookmark this site. It's ran by Binance. They bought them out a long time ago, but this is a place where you can kind of see all the major projects, coins, the exchanges, etc. It's a very vast website, and I'm gonna do a video just kind of like breaking down like the places that I look at because it's a lot of information. Let's get rid of this guy maybe later. A lot of information just in your face if you're new to this, right? But this is where we're coming. We can kind of see how many cryptocurrency projects is, exchanges, etc. The market cap reached over 1 trillion. I think it sold off. I know yesterday it reached over 1 trillion. If we sold off back into the 978 billion, which is not a bad thing, right? Remember, this market cap was at 800 during this bear market, right? So for us to gain ground so quickly in a week, that's awesome to see. Real quick, let's go over some of the big dollars. Bitcoin up 20.8 thousand. Currently up 5.7% on the day. If you was buying Bitcoin at $12,000, let me know in the comments because we know we was buying it up. So we looking good right now. Ethereum up $1,500, up 6%. Let me know if you was buying Ethereum when it was at $800-900 because I know we looking good, right? In the comments for sure. BNB's up 3%. XRP, to my XRP army, I see y'all out there. Salute. 2% up on the day, about 39 cents. Let's look at some of the other big dogs. All my ADA heads out there, what's happening? Almost 1% on a day, up 34 cents. We've been dollar cost averaging. We built the big bag at 24 cents. So 10-cent difference. I know most people don't understand. That's depending on how much money in. That's a good look. Unique. Polygon going crazy. Polygon's one of them ones. Hey, Polygon, one of them ones for sure. Look at them, up 5.9%. Solana. Now, you know, I sold out of Solana with all the news because I took a little loss on that, but we bought the dip, right? You can't not good. Listen, man, I don't listen to news articles unless it's about partnerships and etc. I done my research on Solana. We sold off, I think about $12 or something like that. Just ate the L, bought back in around $8 or $9. I want to say lower than that. Look at us now. We up $22, damn near $23, up 25% on the day. One of them ones, man. Don't let nobody Don't let nobody trick you out your back. Sometimes you got to take that L because I was losing money, man. I got out. I know I could have just dollar cost average. I took that L. I came back in with the profits that I sold off with. And then I came in with a little extra. So we trust, we didn't ate up that loss already. We good. Polkadot, one of them ones. I sold out of Polkadot too. Got back in around the $4 range. And so we're up on that as well too. They're up 11%. The rest of it, man, you can kind of go through it and kind of see it. Avalanche, you know I'm big on Avalanche. And we're up 5% on that as well too. Dollar cost average on that at $10. Yeah, we looking good. We looking good for 2023. Portfolio jumping out the gym right now. Real quick, let's just take a quick glance. Look at the crypto bubbles. If you don't know, now you know. This is cryptobubbles.net. Pause this, bookmark this if you're new to the game. Even if you're not new to the game, but new to the crypto bubbles, it's just a cool way to kind of look at your portfolio. Green means we in the good, meaning we up. Red, obviously, we're doing bad in the system. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you can see, I'm not even going to go through all of those. You can see them big bubbles. And the cool thing about it too, man, you can move the bubbles. Right? You put some of these big dogs, you know, move the little dogs out the way, kind of move the bubbles. You can change these bubbles. It's cool, man. You can just put your portfolio and you can stack your portfolio so you can create one for like AI, storage, securities, whatever the case may be. However you want to do it, or you can just have it all around. Now, this is not my entire crypto portfolio. It's crazy when you do it because they have an app. When you do it on the app, it doesn't update desktop, and that's because there's no login, sign in, or anything like that. So my desktop version looks a lot, my app version looks a lot beefier than my desktop. So I got to remind myself to go back in here and whatever I make on my phone to do it here. But if you're in the Discord, you normally see my screenshots from my app. But anyways, this is what we're looking at. Gala, one of them ones, ALBT, VXV, AI. If you're rocking in the Discord, you already know how we feel about the AI, SDAO, Singletary DAO, one of them ones, AI. We'll have a whole video talking about AI for sure. Over the year though, we still got discounts going on, right? Helium down 90%, AMP down 89%, Veracity 89. You can see it. You can kind of put this in an order, right? On the year, just toggle it. It'll put it in order. Sandbox still on discount. A lot of these plays are still, or cryptocurrency, blockchain projects, or whatever you want to call it, are still on discount from the sell-off. So the question is, well, shooter, should I be buying assets right now? Well, I can't tell you to buy, sell, or hold, but if you was in the Apple store and they had a sale on Apple phones for 90% off, are you going to buy it? That's something you just got to ask yourself, right? This is, for me, I am buying. I am still accumulating cryptocurrency. I'm not buying currently right now because everything is spiked up. I'm waiting for price correction. We'll jump in the charts and look at it. But for me, until we gain ground, everything's on sale. Everything's on a discount, right? Is it going to mess up your dollar cost average? Absolutely. But overall, the big macro picture, long term, you're still getting it for a good price. And I'll show you what that looks like on a chart on some of these plays. Gala, one of them ones, 82%. Cronus, interesting. Tweet came out from the CEO, Chris, and I can't remember his last name, but Cronus, crypto.com, Cronus is their blockchain, has laid or will be laying off 20% of their workforce, unfortunately, due to, well, we're in this soft recession or whatever you want to call it, right? I use soft because they haven't announced it, but we know what it is, right? I look at cryptocurrency as tech, so it kind of follows NASDAQ and other major tech companies that's been laying off all last year and will continue to lay off as they try to recruit some funds. Crypto is in the same space, especially when we talk about these big centralized exchanges such as crypto.com. They spent a lot of money in the bull market. I think they got ahead of themselves. It was exciting, especially if you're a believer of Cronus, their blockchain and all that type of stuff. But from a business standpoint, they spent a lot of money. LeBron James commercials. What's my boy? I was about to say Brad Pitt. What's old buddy name? Matt Damon in their commercials. They put up big funds to change Staples Centers where the Lakers and the Clippers and the Kings play, and it's now crypto.com arena, UFC deals, PSG. They spent money on the FIFA World Cup. And it was crazy. They spent a lot of money on the FIFA World Cup, and they were just getting these little old signs Like I didn't see a big marketing campaign push for them during the FIFA World Cup. Formula One, I mean, it looked good down in Miami for this year's race. They did good with that, but they spent a lot of money. That's basically what I'm saying. So it's not surprising that they they're cutting 20% of their workforce. It's so sad for sure. Obviously reasons. But yeah, if you still believe in the Cronus, I got a big bag of Cronus. And I definitely dollar cost average doing the around the 4 cent range, 5 cent range. So yeah, sad times for them, right? But yeah, just crypto bubbles, man. You can go through this, man. Look at the top 100, top 1,000, however the case may be. This is my port. Little quick glance at my port. What's going on? Still got deals. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you, man. Quant down 6%. Quant, since coming to existence, has been pretty good as far as just overall price action goes. Like they haven't really fell into the sentiment of the markets yet, which is very surprising. Very interesting project overall. I'll do a video on Quant. XRP down 47%. Fetch.ai, one of the ones, down 49%. Bitcoin down 50%, etc. Y'all guys can read. You can look at the screen. Check out Crypto Bubbles, man. It's a pretty cool website. Like I said, it's pretty cool to see this, kind of look at it from a different aspect. You can change it up, make different types of tabs here or whatever you want to do. So I got this broken into my weekly. So if I want to look at it on a daily, I just come over here and switch it. You know what I'm saying? You break it down to the hour, to the year, right? To the month, or whatever the case may be. You can do it by performance, you can do it by market cap, volume, etc. You can change the colors of them boys, right? One of the ones, right? Nice dope website. Check it out, man. Bookmark it. Thank me later. All right, so look. Let's just get into the charts, man. That's really what I wanted to get into. And we're looking at the Bitcoin chart. This is tradingview.com. Tradingview.com. This is the free version. Actually, no, I pay for it. I'm capped. I pay for this because I don't get the ads. I pay for this. You can do the free version, though, for sure. Free version, not going to give you a lot of the features, which is fine. If you're new to cryptocurrency trading, looking at charts or whatever the case may be, the free one will suit you just fine. Please believe it. Anyways, let's look at the weekly. Right? We long-term investors, when we're doing this, man, we're looking at the weekly chart. And you already know how I feel about Bitcoin. Even though we're in a down market, that is a price correction. If I ain't never seen one, if you don't know, go check out my old videos on how to read charts about price correction. I'll do a quick overview real quick. As you can see from the existence of Bitcoin, it's been in an uptrend, right? Yes, the current sentiment is a downtrend. Overall, Bitcoin, big picture, we're on an uptrend. This is an uptrend direction, right? Current market sentiment, yes, we've been traveling on a downtrend. What we call this in the technical world is called a price correction. Why? Because we were running hot, over 1,700% gain since the Black Swan event known as COVID took place. We came back, retested it. Now we're cooling off. As you can see from the genesis, from when it started, it went on another, 16,000% run, pulled back, started. These are necessary. These are healthy. This is what we like to see, right? Now let's zoom in a little bit, tighten this up. As you can see, we pumped this week. Big boy pump. Pumps in the bumps type things. You dig? What was that pumping looking like? 25% in a week. It's not bad. We actually broke the 9 EMA and the 21 EMA. Now, what frightens me if we're coming to this downtrend line, this yellow line right here, right? This downtrend line. This is the trend line that we've been rejecting. We started it here, came down, tested, rejected it twice, shot us all the way down, retest, never reached it. We did a retest, rejected, pulled back, headed towards it, did not pass it, right? So we have this trend line. Another thing I want you guys to look at is this huge supply zone. Supply and demand. Learn supply and demand. I got videos about supply and demand. Go check them out, teaching you basic supply and demand. Why is that important? Because supply and demand runs everything, right? Reason why this is important, if we can break the supply area right here, this red candle, big sell-off. Let's look at see what that sell-off was. That was about a 25% sell-off. As you can see, we're pretty much even Steven with it right now. Next week is crucial. Why? We have the supply zone we need to break. Before I even get any types of happy, we need to break this supply zone, and it's major. You can see this sell-off was major. We need to break through this trend line. That's important. Now we have this overall uptrend line, right? So what I would like to see is that we break through this trend, right? Retest the supply area. Brandon, what are you saying? I am saying that we pull here, retest, and continue to make higher highs and higher lows. Okay? Very important. So I just gave y'all my govy like a mug. You know I'm passionate, man. I get in here and start talking, man. Y'all gotta excuse me. Now y'all know my first, man. Go Google it, boy. Anyways, pull back, we test the supply, bounce, and continue to go, right? Continue to go. That's what I would like to see. So that's this is a low version of the chart. I'll probably do another video where we'll jump into it. This white area that I have here is regaining what we've lost plus price discovery. I think Bitcoin can do in a bull market about 23,000%, which is a 24x. Usually you can get about 10 or 15x. I think with the adoption rate that is at right now, and the more popular and the more senior that the cryptocurrency become, more people will get in it. We're getting out these wicked exchanges that's been horrible to people, and we're starting to see what it is, right? Even with regulation coming, I still think it can do about a 25x in a bull market. Not right now. Bull market with so many more levels that we got to pass. So many other supply zones we got to pass. A lot of them. Ethereum, same thing, right? We look over it. Ethereum, Bitcoin pretty much follow suit as far as like how they move, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum run the markets, mostly Bitcoin, and then everybody else follows suit, right? King of the altcoins, Ethereum, right? Hits the trend line, traded on a downtrend. An uptrend overall market, right? The overall trading trend. They have this downtrend here, which I haven't drawn out. Let me draw it out for y'all real quick so y'all can see it a little bit better. Right, boom. I got my trend line here. I can even bring it here, right? If I wanted to bring it here, we're above trend. And usually when you draw your trending lines, you want to at least have 2 hits. What I mean by 2 hits, you want to draw from a point from another point. So I drew it from the beginning of the move, which is here, where we got several hits here. We got a false breakout, sell off. We got a hit here and here, there. So that qualifies to be a good line for a trend for me. So in this case, if we're looking at it, Ethereum has broke the downward trend. We're excited, right? Not yet. We still have this supply zone. As I zoom in, there's a supply zone. We have this major sell-off right here. And if we kind of look back as well, this right here, I need to see this break the supply zone, and then there's several more supply zones. You got a supply zone here. You got a supply zone here. So there's 3 supply zones. 1, 2, 3. I'm not happy until we break this last supply zone that puts us about a $2,000 Ethereum, right? Because this could be a false breakout. We could break out, retest this trend, but if we continue to trade on this trend, I can live with that. I know it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's necessary. You have to look at a chart to know when you're going to buy and sell your crypto. You need to know what obstacles are in front of you. Just blindly throwing money in here. Understand what supply and demand is. This is creating a demand. There's a demand. There was a demand here. This is where the start of it. On the 2nd of January, the first week of January, there was a demand for Ethereum at a price of about $1,200, $1,100. So you had institutional money coming in, just throwing big money in, and now, boom, we got explosion. But institutional money is also looking like, okay, we're reaching a supply zone where Ethereum can be considered to be overvalued in the current market conditions. We might want to take our profits from there and start selling off. You got to understand who you're playing against. You're playing against the big dogs, the big whales, dudes and females with millions and millions and billions of dollars. So for them, when a price action moves 10, 20%, if you put $1 million in and it moves 10%, that's $100,000. It's not a bad day. You put in $1 million, make $100,000. Are you gonna take your profits? You're gonna lock them profits in. If you put $1 million and they move 100% or 20%, 25%, that's $250,000. So imagine these people are playing with 10 million, 20 million, 100 million. Every 10% to them, that's big profit. Now we're putting in $100 and it moves 10%, that's $10. Right? On the outside, you're like, $10, I can't even buy eggs with that. right? But it's still, you're looking at it wrong. You got to look at it like, well, that's money made. That's $100 that I had sitting in my bank account in a high interest savings account gaining 0.01% versus me having it in Ethereum. It pumped up to 20%. I just made $20 off that. Small wins, right? Until you build up your portfolio where you can throw 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, etc. And then you get more confident in your skills. Baby steps. This is baby steps. You can't turn this into a millionaire overnight. I know you hear people on YouTube tell you that. Here to tell you it doesn't work like that. You're going to take more L's chasing $1 million than sitting there capitalizing on 10, 20 hits. I teach that in my stock option classes. That's a whole nother thing. Check the Discord. Anyways, I digress. I'm back on here. My bad. So yeah, Ethereum broke over the trend. Definitely want to watch that. Want to see if we can get above this supply zone right here in this little area right here, this major sell-off. We're not there yet. We're kind of there. We're testing it. But if we can break above that, retest, break above these two remaining, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how the market treats us. Let's look at some other ones. ADA, beautiful day. Beautiful week, excuse me. Beautiful week for ADA, back-to-back big boy weeks. Overall, ADA in the last 2 weeks is up 50%. Banger. Still got this major supply zone right here. Just entering a supply zone from Genesis time frame here. This is the major supply from ADA. As you can see, it's sold off tremendously. So it's very important. And it's actually very promising to see them break below supply, but regain off of support and bounce right back into supply. That's important. That means people want ADA, in my opinion. People are watching ADA. ADA's one of them slow ones. I know they get a lot of slack on Twitter about their price action because people are just simple minded. They just think everything's supposed to be like $1,000 per coin or whatever the case may be. It doesn't work like that. ADA, unfortunately, was popular due to the CEO of the company, who was one of the CEOs of Ethereum. The hype came, but the innovation wasn't there. And he always said, and I'm talking about Charles, and I made a video about Charles Hoskinson. I think I said that right. If I didn't, sorry. I made a video about him and the plans for ADA and other things that they're slowly building. And he said there's no timetable. And I can respect him for that, for not trying to, push everything out immediately and just to please us, those who are investing in it, but actually building a solid blockchain ecosystem and technology and innovation instead of rushing out to please everybody. So if you believe in the ADA, let me know in the chat if you messing with ADA, man. Drop an ADA in there. Throw up the ADA and let me know if you hold. And if you want to share how much you hold, do so, right? So yeah, one of them ones, man. Avalanche. You already know how I feel about Avalanche, man. One of them ones for sure. Went crazy the last 2 weeks. Big demand zone right here. Big demand on Avalanche. I don't know why I keep calling it Alvi. I'm a big fan of Alvi too. Big demand created. Still have this supply zone, right? As you hear me, I'm repeating a lot of this stuff. Demand zone, supply. It's basic. Price action, volume. Supply zone, demand zone, price action, volume. I'm giving you the tools to go Google and search on how to be a better trader. Price action, volume, supply, demand. You don't need all this fancy dancy stuff that these people put out on YouTube and Elliott waveform patterns and all that. No, man, we make it simple, stupid. Price action, volume, supply and demand. Support and resistance is important as well too. Do I use indicators? Absolutely. But I don't. What you looking here, this is me forecasting, right? I'm looking at trends. I'm looking at what's going on previous behind me. How did Avalanche move? Okay, I see what they did at their peak. They did an 18,000% bust. They are now down 92%. What could they do further? Right? This is what you're looking at me. I'm forecasting. And I'm going to do a whole video where I'm going to pick some cryptocurrency. We're going to forecast them. I'm going to clean slate the chart and we're going to forecast. And I'm going to let you into my head on how I look at things, right? This is called technical analysis. This is taking the fundamental aspect of what's going on around you, what kind of partnerships is going on. We know Alvi just partnered with Amazon. We knew that that was good news during that pump that made them pump even more. This is simple. This stuff is not hard. It may seem hard because it looks foreign, but when you peel back the onion, just get the basics, You can rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll, you dig? Solana, Solana, you know? Artificial pump here, right? That's what they say because they was locked in with FTX. They sold off all this bad news with FTX, warranted bad news. Solana caught in the crossfire, but they're recovering, right? Things don't stay down forever, man. When they're good leadership, good quality blockchain product, pops, right? Vet, all my vet heads out there, man. VeChain looking good. They hold their own, right? People are not really big on vet because they want to see big price action here, man. But you gotta understand, it comes with institutional and VC money. People gotta believe in vet. They got bigger pockets than us. But at the end of the day, I believe in vet. I got a big old bag of vet, and we gonna hold it. Right? Couple of years, that vet gonna be different. And I know this. I'm not saying it for a fact, but I know this. Do your research. Let's check out some metaverses, and I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing, man. Decentraland, one of them ones. Ain't nothing like seeing Mana coming through and just pop on it, starting this big demand right here, big demand approaching the supply area. So we're very cautious. If you're in there, maybe you want to drop down to the daily chart to kind of see if you got any resistance there. Maybe you might want to get in there and take you out some profits. We still got about, let's see, from this tip to this, we still probably got another 12% until it hit the top of that demand zone. Supply zone. But as you can see, we have this long wick. I'm not gonna hold y'all with all that means, but we'll do a video and jump into the technical analysis 2023. But if you want to look at my technical analysis 2022 videos, check them out. Let's go back to the weekly. I like looking at the weekly chart. Gala. One of them ones. Hey, if you haven't picked up, man, when I tell you one of the ones you need to go be doing some research on. I'm knocking on wood, baby. It's one of them ones. Go check out Gala, big pump as usual. Sandbox, been in this downward wedge, right? Been pulling back since they all-time high, and they peaking right above the top of it, the resistance level of it. If they can peak above this 21 EMA, my eyes is up wide for them. Sandbox, Decentraland, in my personal opinion, we looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum. I would even say ApeCoin. I would even throw Gala just because of their ecosystem and what they build in. It's going to be a fight to the top, and I'm expecting to see 4 of those and pretty much run neck to neck. I could be totally wrong. I've been wrong before in life. I'm just saying. I'm there. ICP is one of my favorite sleepers right there. They did a decent week, man. I think they unfortunately caught grief in that host because they're built off of Solana. They caught the backlash on that as well too. Worth the look though, definitely worth the look. Will I say it's one of them ones? Worth the look. Mass network, right? Mass network. You know what? I'm falling into a rabbit hole of just about to talk about all of these, and I don't want to do that just yet. Alv. Think of Wells Fargo here, right? DeFi financing, one of them ones. Check out Alv. They had a nice pump here. We've been accumulating Alv since it pulled back to the 40s. Definitely was pulling it back here in this 45. So we've been taking profits slowly off this. We at the top of the resistance, so we could, if we break, I'm hit it. We got the supply zone here. If we not, because this trend line ain't lying, we might pop, come back down into this demand zone previously. If I can get Alv in the 20s, dog, I'm happy. I'm big happy, like extremely happy. Maker's one of the ones for sure. Maker finance, DeFi finance. Check out Maker. They broke their trend line that was set from April of 2020. Broke it, recovered here off this demand build up. One of them ones, but still got the supplies on. As you can see, it's pretty much everything's trading pretty much even Steven, right? It broke some type of trend. It's broke a trend. It's created a demand zone. Now it's going to test the supply, right? That's what we're looking at here. And for my last one, and I got to talk about the one, the only XRP. Hey, y'all know I mess with XRP tough. I've been at XRP for a long time, like 2016 to big profits at 3. 2016, XRP was trading less than a penny. it pumped all up to $3. I don't even want to talk about that bag, but that's what we've been messing around with XRP, right? XRP, one of them ones going through this whole SEC lawsuit. A lot of rumbling out there that they're going to end up beating that. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not in the courtroom. I don't have the evidence. I'm not part of the case. I'm just letting you know what the rumblings are. This is not me telling you to go buy XRP. If you own an XRP, I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold it or nothing like that. But looking at XRP is definitely the banker's coin for sure. Go check it out. And it's ISO 222 approved already. That's very important. You already know what I'm going to say. We're going to do a video on all the coins that's ISO 222. I got a lot of stuff in the vault I'm going to put out on y'all, man. I got y'all. Bounced off the trend. Got a supply area here about 46.50 cents. We can break above that. I like our odds, right? But ultimately, and that's pretty much my charts. Ultimately, it's based on what the market is doing. The Fed lowered inflation. Inflation came down to about 6.5%. No, the price of eggs are still high. Everything else around is still high. We got to get back to the 3.2 range for inflation. That's normal. So we got a long way to go. And so with inflation still being high, but yet promising, is there still a discount on assets? I think so. Until we start coming down on that inflation number, like for me personally, my personal team, we are accumulating cryptocurrencies. We're buying stocks. We're in long-term stock holds, options for puts, and I have some option calls for like a year out type stuff, man. I do think this is going to be it's going to be a good year for recovery. I don't think we jump into the bull run personally, but I could be wrong. Never know. Not an oracle, not a genie, not a none of that, right? I'm here for all of it. If we sell off, I'm here for it. I got a bag, I'm buying. If we start running, I'm here for them. Dollar cost out of plays, taking profits. I'm here for all of it. That's basically what I'm saying. And you should be here for it too. This is your opportunity to gain some wealth. This is an opportunity to gain some skills. Remember, you should be learning in a bear market. I've never met nobody who was poor, had too much education. There's no such thing. The more education you have, the more valuable you are, regardless if it's from your job and life, family, relationship. And you have to acquire information for you to be successful. That's all I got to say. Well, I think I hit y'all for enough, man. What's up, man? Y'all miss me, man. I miss y'all, man. For real. I know I ain't been putting out videos out every day, man. Like I said, I like to spend time with the family. I got some other stuff going on that I want to share with y'all. I've been working in bear markets for me and the team. We build and create. We have a project that I'm working on. If y'all know, I'm in this like IT field or what can we say, like project management / applications and all that type of stuff. Anyways, we got a project, and I can't show y'all just yet, but I will. And the reason why I want to kind of take y'all on that journey is because I want, maybe hopefully inspire somebody to want to create, want to get into like creating or coding or just business in general, right? So I figure if I show you how this project that we're working on, and then we have other projects that we're working on as well too, maybe I might inspire somebody to be like, you know what, Shooter doing it, and I might want to try to do something too. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, and the cool thing about it is that I'm using systems that I've never used before. And so I'm learning, right? So that's the reason why a lot of times I'm not doing videos, because I'm taking time out of the time that I have to learn these new systems, softwares, etc., these tools to create what we think can possibly make us some good generational wealth down the line. So it's not that I don't mess with y'all, is that I'm just building up, and then I'm thinking of ways on how to create content behind this project to present to you guys to inspire. Also, I'm also doing this season ticket stuff, bought a lot of season tickets, invested in that. That's more so like a virtual real estate in a sense. Just a bunch of other stuff. That's why, the whole shooter and investor, I just don't want to talk about crypto and stocks or whatever the case may be, even though this is a crypto channel. I want to talk about other investment ideas that I may have jotted down, and I want to share with y'all. I don't want to hold this stuff. If I come up with an idea, we all can make money. It's my black book of ideas, and I'm going to give y'all access to that. You might think it's a dumb idea. Some of y'all might think it's a super dope idea. Hey, if you want to resell on Alibaba, I'm going to show you how to do that. I've done it. I've created a clothing company using Alibaba to find manufacturers overseas and made thousands and thousands of dollars selling women leggings and sports attire. Done it, right? Uh, third party products or whatever the case may be, like phone chargers and all that stuff. Done it. So I'm gonna open up this. I'm gonna show you how to do it. And if you want to do it, cool. If you think it's dumb, okay, that's fine too. Somebody might like it. Somebody might want to run up the bag. Regardless, I've held y'all long enough. It's your boy Shooter, the investor. I love y'all. Make sure you hit that subscribe, that like button. If you feel I provided you with some valuable information that you want to share with your people and whatnot, go ahead and hit that like button at this time. If you held on for this long, I know you A1 day one, big gang. So I salute y'all and I love y'all, man. I'm out. It's your boy.